Hi everyone, welcome and welcome to Grow Love Girl. This is our first video. Grow Love Girl is about two women and our journeys, our growth, our path to bettering ourselves. We've been friends for over 20 years. My name is Adriana.
And my name is Genya.
We've shared many joys together, many sorrows. We've been married, divorced, and both are mothers of three. And now we're starting a new season together. And we're so excited to bring these videos to you based on our experience, our love for each other, and the growth that we've had, and the journey that we're currently on. So Genya, today I'm so excited to interview you and let our audience get to know you better. I think you are just amazing and incredible, and I'm so grateful to be in your life and to have you in mine. I think it's really important for folks to understand all about us and where we're coming from. So let's start. Tell me about yourself. Tell us about your family.
Thank you. What an honor. I'm so excited to be here. And let's see. So I came to United States from Moscow, Russia in 95. It was right after high school. And went to college here. And then shortly after I came here, I met my ex, maybe in the first year and a half. And we quickly got together, and we were together for 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And during that time, I went to college. I graduated college. We had a family. His family had a business, and we worked in that business together for some time. Then I started my own career in pharmaceuticals, and that's how you and I were fortunate enough to meet each other.
Yes, over 20 years ago. So incredible.
Good job. Yes. And then
and I love how our paths have always crossed, and we've even lost touch, and through synchronicity just happen to be in the same room, the same place sometimes, and it's like we never separated.
Totally amazing. I know. And for a reason, right?
Right. Yeah.
Look where we are today. So we were together for 21 years. We have three beautiful kids. They're two teenagers, and one is almost a teenager now. And I can't believe how big they are. And 3.5 years ago, I decided to end the relationship. And it's been quite a challenging road, and probably the road preceding to that as well was definitely the hardest decision of my life. And I realized that the relationship I was in was abusive in many ways, emotionally, financially, and did not have physical abuse, but I realized that in some ways, that could have been better.
Yeah.
I know it was a controversial thing to say, but sometimes when you see bruises and you have physical pain, that might make it easier to see than the emotional scars and the emotional pain that you're experiencing, because you're so filled with self-doubt.
Mm-hmm. That's a great perspective.
It's hard to see.
Yeah.
Again, not to say that physical abuse is a good thing in any way.
No.
But,
yeah. And also the idea of financial abuse, and that's something that's not often thought of in relationships as abusive, but it certainly is a tool and something that is used as a way to control and abuse a partner. So that's a really important topic and point as well. But I really like your point that having physical scars and signs makes it more real and makes you identify it and have to deal with it more so, right, than sometimes emotional or verbal abuse. So it's a really important point.
Yes. And I think that has a lot to do with trusting yourself, right? We talk about that now in our new season, right? But when you're in that relationship and you already have trust issues, right, with yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that tangible evidence, right, then it's so much more difficult to really hear that voice inside of you that's speaking, and you're like, oh no, it's okay, it's because of this, it's because of that. In
Right.
retrospect, we can see it now, but when you're in that place, it's very hard to see. So I think trusting yourself and learning how to hear your own voice and listening to that voice inside is so, so important.
It's such a lesson to learn, right?
Mhm.
And if you lose that voice, getting back to that place. So tell me about some of the most important moments of growth for you.
Mhm. So I would say my growth began when I was still in that relationship. And
Mm,
I think, although I always realized we're different people, I always thought that things may change. I always thought that, perhaps it's just because there's stress in our lives, there's a lot going on, and things will get better. Unfortunately, that never happened. But
mhm,
separately from that, I was trying to improve myself because I
mm,
was hoping that if I grow, if I find tools to make myself feel better, that maybe I can also help him as well and help our relationship.
mhm,
So, some of the most valuable tools that I found over the years were journaling,
mm,
meditation, having a very solid morning practice.
mhm.
Morning is such a wonderful time of the day, especially when you have small kids.
Yeah.
It's the quiet, yes, you are literally stealing time from your sleep just to have that time to yourself, but it's really critical, and it's still my favorite time of the day is just having that time at the dusk or dawn.
Dawn.
Uh,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
having that time during the time of dawn, and it's the lighting is beautiful. Your mind is clear. You're not yet
Yeah.
bombarded by the daily tasks and the kids and what you have to do today, right? And you can sit down, you can meditate, you
Mhm.
can journal, you can kind of do your affirmations, see what your goals are for the foreseeable future and even for that day, right?
Yeah.
Really work on accomplishing them.
Yeah. I love that. What has been a recent moment of growth for you? Where have you had an aha moment and this is a time of growth?
So I think taking risks and doing things out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
has been progressively happening in my life in the recent years, just having the courage to do things on my own and to try things like whitewater rafting and
Mhm,
scuba diving and
mhm.
skiing, and just doing these really
Yeah.
cool athletic things that I was never even interested in and
Yeah.
probably was too afraid to try.
Yeah. I
And
love
I
that.
think once you put your body into a certain
Mm.
situation and
Yeah.
expose it to feelings and sensing that kind of risk, right? It helps your mind grow as well, right? It kind of
Mhm.
like moves you forward and gives you more courage. It builds you from the inside.
That's amazing. I completely agree, and I hope that's one of the topics, and I think that'll be coming up in so many of our discussions, that mind-body connection, right? In positive and negative ways, and how to manage
Yes. And I
that.
think for you and I, the other really important thing is how positive we both are
Mhm.
and how throughout all the years that I know you, we've always kept, as much as we may have negativity and things to talk about our exes, it's really about like love and growth and moving forward and joy
Yeah.
instead of like dwelling on the past and
Yes.
talking about the negativity. It's all good and it's there and there's definitely a place for that,
Yeah.
but that's not all that we have, and it's
Right.
such a small part of our lives now, and just allowing that to become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as we grow is another wonderful, wonderful thing.
I love that. And, having met you so many years ago and just literally grown through adulthood with you, as a friend and as a loved one, I think, I've always thought you were amazing, beautiful inside and out, just stunning, walking into a room and all eyes on you. But then
Right back at you, girl.
but talking to you, it's, you are my guru. You have been a spiritual guidepost for me.
Mhm.
And all of your pieces of, look, there's more to this than what's present, and it's deeper than that, and look inside, look around. It has been such a journey for me to learn that from you. And the idea of, quietude and mental space has been something that I've learned from you, which I value so much. And I read everything that you send me.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, no, I think you're amazing, and I'm so excited to share this experience with you and grow more with
Yeah.
you. Um, so what do you think our impact will be? What do you want our impact to be on this new journey with Grow Love Girl?
Yeah, as you were speaking, I was just thinking how the possibility of sharing what we've learned is such a gift, like just
Mhm.
to even be able to share it and to have an audience and to have somebody that you can help, because at the end of the day, that's really, being of service
Yes.
really truly is what it's all about, right? Like that's the why. That's why you do what you do. You do it for your kids. I did it for my daughter because I wanted her to see
Yeah.
what an unhealthy relationship versus a healthy relationship is, right? And to ensure that she never gets into a situation that I was in,
Mhm.
to do it for my sons so they can see what a good relationship is as well and what one isn't, right? I did not want to stay quiet and have them observe things the way they were. So I've collected so many sort of helpful sources and
Yeah.
podcasts and books, and I call them my gurus, all the people I listened to over the years. So I'm hoping that through this channel we'll be able to share some of that and help people. I think emotional well-being when you're
Mhm.
going through this huge battle is
Yeah.
so critical.
Yeah.
Probably the primary thing, right? When I first started my sort of journey on my own, I wrote down this quote: gravity of the battle means nothing to those at peace.
Wow.
And it's been guiding me, and I've been trying to stay as much at peace as I can, through ups and downs and category 5 hurricane, as my girlfriend Jen called it. It's like, it's category 5, remember? It's category 5. You can get through this. We expected this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes my life looked like Law and Order, like an
Right.
episode of Law and Order. It's been crazy, but I think to have the emotional equanimity
Mhm.
and to be balanced and to be strong for your children and for yourself,
Yeah.
to stay positive and to stay in that amazing positive state, which attracts beautiful, wonderful things into your life.
Mhm.
To believe in gratitude, to live in gratitude, to live in abundance, to know that no matter how little we have, it's always enough, and to be grateful for what we have. I think that mindset, right, and the tools that help you get there, I think that's something that I hope that we can share
Mhm.
and contribute to others as they're struggling through this process or going through it and
Mhm.
seeking advice.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'm so excited to be on that journey with you. It sounds amazing. And I think people will get so much out of your experience and my experience, and how we can contribute to that greater good. So thank you so much. It was such a pleasure interviewing you. I hope everyone enjoyed getting to know Genya. Please stay tuned and join us for part 2. Genya will be interviewing me, and we're really excited to get to know you. Thank you.
Thank you.